Hi everyone. I'm just putting together a card for a friend of mine and I wanted to come on and just share it with you. This is one of those Gelli prints that I made in my most recent Gelli print session, and you can find that on my channel. I'll put an iCard right up here so that you can refer to it and see how I made this particular print. But before I attach it to the card base, I'm going to put a coat of Collage Page on it just to help keep it from wrinkling so bad when it goes onto the card base. I found that to be a really helpful little trick. So I'm going to do that here, and I'm going to do it to the words that I'm going to put on the card because they are magazine images and they're very thin, and so I don't want them to wrinkle either. So I'm going to coat them as well before they get attached to the page. It makes so much difference. I really like this little trick. And this Gelli print was also done on a magazine page, so except for the paint that's on it, it's very thin as well. I did several different layers of paint, so it's not extremely thin anymore, but it could wrinkle, so just want to try and prevent it if I can. Okay, and this card, of course, is going to be about my favorite subject. You guessed it. And this is an image that I got from GraphicStock. I printed it on my inkjet printer. And we all know what happens a lot of times with inkjet prints when you go over them with something wet like Mod Podge or Collage Page. So what I did was I used the matte gel instead, the thicker one from Liquitex. I know other brands probably make it too, but this is the one I have. And the matte gel being thick and not so wet, it helps to keep that ink from smearing. So what I did was I printed this out. I hit it with the heat tool to kind of set the ink. And then once that was cooled down, I took the matte gel and put a coat of that on. And you don't spend a lot of time, you know, brushing back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, which will disturb the ink. Just quickly put a little on and let it go, let it dry. Then when that was done, I went ahead and put a light coat of the Collage Page on top of that, just for a little extra protection. So this one has already been coated like that, and the ink did fine. All right, so my words is for the cards are going to say coffee makes everything better. And like I said, these are from magazines. And the word makes, I'm going to be using sticker letters from this set by Glitz called Teeny Alphas. And the coral color really goes well with this Gelli print, so I like that idea. So I'm going to use the word, spell out the word makes with those letters. And so now I just want to put a little bit of this on these words so that it can be drying. Okay, it'll curl up just a little bit, but it's okay. It'll straighten back out just fine. Don't worry about that part. Okay, so I'm going to get these dried, and I'll come right back when that's done. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and attach the Gelli print to the card front like this. And I'm going to use the Collage Page again for that. know if you can see it or not, but when I was, I put that letter A on and it was too bright. You see how this is real variances in color on this sheet, and the A that I chose was up here in the really dark stuff, and I noticed that the rest of the letters were more on the light side, so I took it off. And when I was taking it off, my fingernails scraped a little bit of that paint there above between the A and the K there, right there. So I may come back and just touch that up with a little bit of, you know, one of these paint colors that I used. All right, so we got that, and I'm going to dry that real quick. Okay, so now I'm going to use my Uniball Vision Micro pen and possibly the white Posca pen and just doodle and outline some things.